We've covered what generative AI is and how to prompt it. The final, critical step is learning how to manage these tools responsibly. These systems are incredibly powerful at generating text, code, and images, but they lack the ability to know what is actually true, and they do not care. We have arrived at our final set of topics for this chapter, bringing all of our previous lessons together. This roadmap outlines our path for navigating these challenges, stepping through each of the core vulnerabilities you will encounter as a user. Operating systems that are designed to sound entirely sure of themselves requires a specific human skill: calibrated skepticism. We will begin with the most common deception built into these models. The most immediate risk is a hallucination, when an AI tool produces false information while sounding perfectly fluent and confident. A fabricated statistic or a misremembered date will sound exactly as polished as a correct answer.
An answer can sound incredibly convincing while still being entirely fabricated. In one widely documented case, attorneys filed a legal brief filled with citations for court cases that a chatbot had completely invented. The lawyers failed to check the output, submitted the brief, and were sanctioned by a judge. The lesson is to scale your caution to the stakes. You can use these tools freely for low-stakes brainstorming, but any factual, important, or public task demands real rigor. That rigor requires specific habits. Confirm names, dates, and numbers elsewhere. Be highly suspicious of any citations provided, and ask the model to explain its reasoning to make errors easier to spot. Relying on a machine's output without independently verifying the facts is not a software glitch, it is a failure of the human operator. Next, we must consider the invisible assumptions baked into the software. Because generative AI learns from human-made data, it absorbs human flaws. If the training material overrepresents certain viewpoints or stereotypes, the model will reproduce those patterns. This is algorithmic bias, unfair or skewed outputs shaped by unbalanced data. Ask a tool for an image of a CEO, and it may lean entirely on stereotypes. Ask for advice, and the generated language may unintentionally exclude specific groups based on assumptions buried in its training sets. Because no tool is entirely neutral, you must treat generated content as a shaped perspective, never as objective truth. Our third topic deals with the flow of sensitive data and who owns what. The mechanical reality of these tools is simple. The text you type into a prompt does not stay on your device. When you paste information into an AI platform, it travels to corporate servers, where it is stored and may be used to train future models. Before hitting send, always stop and ask yourself a few critical questions. Ask yourself if you are comfortable with strangers or companies storing this text, and verify that it contains no personal details or confidential information. There are also massive, unresolved legal questions regarding copyright infringement in training data and whether you actually own the AI-generated output you produce. The practical rule for any user is to treat every AI chat box like a public postcard, not a locked diary. We also need to address the creation and spread of fabricated media. AI can generate synthetic media, content heavily altered or entirely created by a machine. When that media realistically depicts a real person doing something they never did, it is a deepfake. As synthetic media improves, the visual proof we are used to relying on collapses. Seeing a video online is no longer automatic evidence that an event actually occurred. This conceptual diagram illustrates one way the tech industry is fighting back: labeling standards like content credentials. These attach a tamper-evident metadata trail to a file, separating synthetic origins from organic media. Regulators are also mandating disclosure. Under the European Union's AI Act, requirements for labeling AI-generated content are scheduled to take effect in August 2026. Fighting digital fabrication requires calibrated skepticism and a consistent demand for provenance labels on the media we consume. Our final area of focus is how these tools intersect with schoolwork and personal accountability. For students, policies on AI use vary wildly depending on the instructor and the institution. The safest habits are straightforward. Always ask for the policy, follow the specific rules for your course, and disclose your AI use whenever required. Turning in prohibited AI-generated work as your own is dishonest, but practically speaking, relying on a machine to do the work bypasses the critical thinking skills the assignment was built to develop. School policies exist to ensure that the learning process remains intact, requiring the human judgment that blind reliance on a machine removes. The goal of this chapter is not to force you to become a heavy power user of AI, but to build your AI literacy. Knowing when to slow down and check the output is the real skill. Looking back at this menu, our framework for responsible use is complete. We verify factual claims to avoid hallucinations. We recognize inherent bias. We protect sensitive data. We spot synthetic media. And we adhere strictly to academic integrity policies. Generative AI is remarkably fast and creative, but it does not understand what it produces. It cannot verify its own claims, and it faces no consequences when it makes a mistake. It is only a safe and effective tool when you guide it, check it, and accept total responsibility for the final output. The final call always belongs to the user.